The signs are always there. Alpha male addiction. Hello, guys. Welcome to today's episode. My name is Mimi, and I am so glad to have you listening. If this is your first time listening, welcome to my channel. Here, we are all about self-help and other personal gist. So today, I am sharing a very rather controversial topic anyway, but this is dedicated to all the male listeners on this channel because I know that I have tons of you. So yes, sit back and listen carefully. You are just as important as whoever it is you're going out with. And I know that relationships and marriages have made men settle for just anything. You're so okay with average, and constantly we've seen men go all out for the women in their lives, and then what they get in return is just basic, and it's usually very blank. And why I constantly say this is because it feels like most men feel like they don't deserve the amount of love, the amount of energy they put into relationships with women, because that is probably the only explanation why someone treats you like crap and you're still going on with the person. Anyway, if you haven't subscribed to this podcast, please take a minute and click on the subscribe button wherever you can find it right there, and also turn on the notifications so that when we upload episodes, you'll be the first person to know. And we have a Telegram community where we share morning tips every single day. The link to that Telegram community is in the description of this episode. Excuse me, guys. So please click on it and join if you haven't joined. Okay, so now let's talk about the alpha male. I've actually been reading this different places, and people, women in particular, try to kick against it because it's just like when people talk about feminism, everybody, all men, gets very touchy. That's the same way when it comes to talking about alpha male. It seems like every female becomes a little bit touchy, and then they remember what they deserve and things like that. But guys, you're just as important as whoever it is you're going out with. So if someone is not returning your vibe, let the person go. I still do not understand how most of you spend so much to plan birthdays for the different women in your life, and then when it is time for yours, you settle for the basic, like probably a call and after the whole day sex, and then in your head this was the best birthday present, and you forgot that when it was your own time you actually spent tons of money, hundreds and thousands of naira. People that can spell dollars too. People spend thousands, and men in particular spend hundreds of thousands on these women. And then when it's time for their own celebrations, they probably get a t-shirt or they get the basic. And it makes no sense to me. So whenever you're going out with someone and the person is just acting like she deserves all the attention, deserves all the love, deserves all the calling, all the texting, all the chasing, you should definitely leave that relationship, because you're just as important as whoever it is you're going out. You deserve the energy that you're investing in someone else. And this goes both ways, but today we're talking about alpha male, so let's just focus on that, okay? And some of you are going out with women that are just with you because of money. And it's amazing because the truth is, when you stop spending money on her, or when it seems like you stop buying all the gifts that you usually buy, she would stop caring about you. It's very easy to spot people who are with you because of the things you do for them. I always say that the signs are always there. I don't believe in people marrying out of misfortune. I don't believe that people just randomly change all over the sudden. I believe that those traits are always in them. So it is only situations and circumstances that bring those traits to light. So if you end up marrying someone who is so interested in what you're buying, what you're giving, how you're taking care of her, it means that if peradventure you fall or get into any kind of misfortune in the future, which we are not praying for, but that's life sometimes, it means that some women like that would end up leaving you, cheating on you, or stabbing you just because you can no longer provide as much as you used to. So basically, guys, reduce how much you spend money on girlfriends. I don't know how else I'm supposed to say this so that it sounds very nice to the girls, but don't throw money at women because you want to win her, or because you want to make her stay, or because you want her to still consider you to be man enough for her. Stop throwing money at women. Basically, I'm not saying you should not buy gifts, of course, and the gift set should be reciprocated. If she's not buying gifts for you as well, stop buying. You have to make sure that whatever you're doing, that she's doing it as well for you. If she's not doing it for you, it means that you're dating yourself. And the moment you stop doing it, it means the energy is gone. The relationship dies a natural death. Relationships are supposed to be two people working things out, trying to make things work. Okay? It shouldn't be one person carrying the burden or trying so hard to fix things or to make things work. If you're with someone who doesn't put in effort or who doesn't put in any form of work at all to be with you, you shouldn't even be with the person in the first place. I think that's common knowledge. And then I have seen men who are gradually, or every single time, you're chasing after women that do not want you. Some of these women say they do not want you for real, and some are just patching around because you're still bringing money. You're still sending money. You're still telling them, take money for upkeep, take money for shoes, take money for clothes. And they're like, they kept you by the side as a financial sponsor and not a partner. And you don't even realize that's what you are to her until one day you see that she has gotten married to the love of her life, or that she's sleeping with someone else that she's totally in love with. And then you start asking yourself what you've done wrong. You've always bought gifts. You've always done this. You've always given her this. You've given her the word. The word you've been giving her is probably all your money. And now you're no longer giving all the money. The word was taken away, obviously. So you need to know your words. I know that it sounds a little bit weird for a girl to be saying it, but I don't want to date a man who doesn't see himself as being as important as I see myself. I don't want to date a man who doesn't know that he is worthy of all love. He is worthy of all attention. He's worthy of all care. He's worthy of my consistency. He's worthy of whatever thing. He's worthy to be gifted. I don't want to date that kind of man who doesn't realize how much self-worth he has. It means that I can take advantage of you. It means that I'm just going to be hanging around you because of the things that I am getting from you, because you don't expect me to put in work to be with you. So just as much as women want men to go all out for them, that is the same way you should expect the women in your life to go all out to be with you. It shouldn't be one-sided. I want to believe that relationship is two people consistently chasing after themselves and not one person pursuing the other. And guys, if someone doesn't want you, please just accept it and just move on. Okay, it's I don't know if that's so hard. It's probably hard because I've had crushes on men and I didn't want to leave. But seriously, for the sake of self-worth and peace, can you just move away from people who obviously do not want to have anything serious to do with you? It's that simple. Because if you're hanging around and hoping that the person that has told you a million times already that they don't like you, they don't intend to like you, and you're hanging around and hoping that one day she'll change her mind, she might actually change her mind, and maybe because she has, gone out of options, and then there are probably no men of the kind of value that she wants coming for her anymore. That's the reason she's probably settling from you. So don't be with women who feel like they're doing you a favor by being with you. I know that that's the common thing for most women. They feel like when they are going out with you, they are doing you a favor because, well, they are more important than you are. See, every human is precious. Every human has his or her own value, right? It's left for you to know what your value is and to grab it. So it doesn't matter if every other person understands that you're just being yourself or not. The most important thing is that you know that this is what you deserve and you're willing to stand by what you deserve. So, men, I have tons of men listeners, but and that's the reason why I said I was going to do this for you guys. I know that in this world, You have been conditioned to believe that you have to consistently keep chasing after the people that you want to be with. But I'm just trying to let you know that your energy and your vibe should always be matched. If you're chasing someone who is not chasing you, you're probably just wasting your time, and you're probably just going to end up miserable, because you would spend so much energy. You would lose yourself in the process. I have chased men. I'm so sorry to say that. But I have had men that I was head over heels in love with. I think that's the proper thing to say. But I've had men that I fell so deeply in love with, and I was willing to do anything for them. All they had to do was just call me, and then I'm running towards them. And then when it was time for them to do that for me, they can't. Because obviously they were not into me, or they were probably into me, but not that deep. I took it too serious, and that's what most of you do. Most of these girls are just in for what you're doing for them, in for how much you're providing, in for how much you're still calling and still looking out for them. Don't be that kind of man who they use to make jokes when they call for their female meetings. Anyway, we have things like that, but I don't know. I should probably get female friends though, because I think like there's always this group where they talk about men that do not know what their words are. So guys, level up in your dealings with women. Know when to leave. Know when not to tolerate nonsense from any woman in your life. Know when you deserve what you deserve and stick by it, and do not even be apologetic to anyone for knowing your worth. So you're worthy of love, you're worthy of care, you're worthy of attention, and do not be apologetic for knowing what you deserve. So thank you guys for listening. My name is Mimi. This is A Dash of Colors, and see you next time.